going on, guys? First time, long time. Great
What's
to
going
finally
on?
talk to you guys. Hey, I just wanted to talk about, listen, I think the Mets, I think we have to blow it up with this core. I mean, this team has really just been hurting ever since that Padres series, ever since really that Braves series, where they just had everything in front of them and needed to win one game.
All right, James, let me stop you for a moment. Who did they get rid of?
Yeah, who are you blowing up?
You trading Lindor? Impossible. Who else?
I mean, you could start with McNeil.
You could move him probably, yeah.
You would have to try and move Nimmo.
But you think that Nimmo is a problem?
I don't think that Nimmo is a problem. I just don't think that he's a part of the core that's been here for a while, and I just don't think they have it to win.
Well, they don't have it this year. They don't intend to have it this year.
They're trying to get it. That's why I find it interesting blowing it up. This is not what they're still working. It's almost like you've got the frame of a house and saying, "Oh, let's just blow it up. Let's scrap it. Let's start again." You know, Pete Alonso may stay. He may go. We'll see what they ultimately determine whether they want him or not, because they clearly have the money to keep him. But they're going to spend this offseason redoing this team. I mean, they're in the process of getting this done. But
all right, James, you think Alonso is part of the problem, or you want to bring him back?
No, that's a guy that I think means too much to the organization to blow up and get rid of. I think you're risking alienating the fan base by getting rid of.
You better
like
brace
that.
yourself, man, because it's a distinct possibility that he's going to go.
I'm fully prepared for it, but I just. I mean, if he has to go,
do you trust
One thing I would tell you, James, you sound like a rational fan. They're not built to win this year.
Right.
No.
So, I mean, don't expect to win.
No, not at all. It's just, you look at the payroll and you look at how much money that's being spent on it for the amount of production.
Right.
And I know that they've really got themselves into some really terrible contracts. I just think that, when you're spending all this money and just the production just isn't there from a lot of guys.
Well, the blow-up happened last year when they got rid of the two pitchers, Verlander and Scherzer. That's when they began to dismantle things and allowing Pete Alonso to possibly leave via free agency. The question is, do you trust Stearns? If you trust Stearns, then you trust that he's going to do the right thing with Pete Alonso for the team. I think it's a cold-blooded business, Michael. I don't think they're going to look at how the fan base feels about it, that he's a forever Met. If they let Pete go, what they're telling you is we think we can do better. Now, ultimately, we'll see if he's right or not, but it's not going to be because they're cheap. It's not going to be because they don't have the money. It'll be because we think we can do better.
Well, I mean, let's look at this team. All right, so after this year, McNeil has 2 more years, so he's eminently movable. Yeah. Then you're going to make a decision on Pete. Brandon Nimmo's only in the second year of an 8-year deal that he signed.
And I'm fine. Listen, he's off to a slow start, but I'm fine with him.
Right, and Lindor has 7 or 8 more years on his
Can't
contract.
Move him if you wanted to.
You have 1 more year on Marte, so he's probably gone after that, or they move him. Alvarez is going to be here. You don't know about Beatty. They're going to find out about him. Bader is in a 1-year contract, so he's probably one and done.
Right.
It's going to be a completely different team next year.
Yeah, and that was by design. I mean, that's why they didn't want to retool this team, because they had so many players that they were possibly going to move on from. So they brought in 1-year contracts because they're going to hit the reset around anybody that's in their walk year. The question is, will they bring Pete back? And if they don't, they think they can do better. So that's why the 1-year contracts. That's why they weren't all in on this season, because of the length of the deals that they have. But the guy, when you're talking about blowing it up, Lindor you can't move. I don't think you want to move away from Nimmo. And all right, maybe McNeil is a possibility. But that's not blowing it up, letting one guy go.
No. You guys want to blow up a team that essentially has been blown up. As Don said, it got blown up last year.
Yeah.
That's why they have the high payroll, because they're still paying Verlander and Scherzer.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's not that they're paying guys that are underachieving. They're paying guys that aren't on the team anymore.
They're not there. They bought minor league players. That's what they did. So just look at it that way. Don't look at it as wasted money. They bought Acuna. They bought all those guys that they got in those trades. Empire Outlets on Staten Island is the place to be this spring season for your ultimate shopping.